properly. And then even though the trace is going on you, so it's from here, they start applying pressure, you still can kind of get out of their line of sight. You just need to find this, I think there are a few triggers for you to like when you go for. So the trace has committed her blinks. She's really far deep. And for Widowmaker, she used her shot. Because now it takes time for her to charge it. So see, like this moment of time, 0 charge, 0%. You can feed it to use it towards where just try to fly away towards another angle. And this is what the good mercies do. They still maybe bait out the tracer to go on them. Yeah, maybe if there's too big of a commitment, because you can fly towards the soul. It's over there. Yeah, you can fly towards it. Because the attention goes to you, your team here can maybe live a little bit longer, and you still get the beam though. You still can beam this carry while you're doing this, but it's just the attention. Yeah, you see this. You can do it more frequently. Just watch out for if the enemies are making bigger commitment, kind of they are doing something with their cooldowns. It's typically some. I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, like awareness. Yeah, what do you need to track? You need to track cooldowns. It's one thing. You need to track CC, anything with crowd control. That is one. And another thing is you can track any big burst, typically. So whenever somebody does big burst, like Widow Shot, for example, you can take advantage of that. You can maybe try to fly towards somewhere else, and you'll be okay. That does it make sense to you?
Yeah, that's actually smart. That makes sense. So, like that way, because it's not like I'll be in the open for too long, so that won't give
Mhm.
her enough. If I'm very quick, it won't give her enough time to get it to 100 and headshot me. It'll only give
Yeah,
her time to get it to like, I don't know, 50 or
exactly.
60.
Yeah, exactly. And you still take advantage of your off angles because you divert the attention. Just use this window. So when they're committing something, if this tracer there, they committing towards the short range, they use the blinks. Widow committed the shot, so you can take advantage of that. It just this is all about this awareness, yeah, making sure you read the situation, scouting people. Because this is how you save your team. Here you stay real too long with this angle, I think. And then eventually you do go here. But it could be doing it earlier, basically. And divert the attention earlier so you can stay alive. And your team stays alive, yeah. Needs this sort of triggers to see when you can do that. Yeah, Trace is dead now, so I think it's gonna be easier. You're playing against the Widow, so it's open sideline, so you want to be careful. So see with this, yeah, the thing you need to be looking for is just scout the Widow shot. Now, against the good Widow, you can die. Well, you in Valkyrie form, so it's easier, harder for her to get a kill on you. But see what I mean? With the charge shot, just try to, you can even try to bait it out, sort of, with the kind of, pretend you're going in one way, like maybe she sees your wing and then you go back. Usually, you don't want to risk it too much. You can use one of your teammates. It's typically one of the someone like Tank, for example. They bait out the shot and then he can go in. It's just something for you to track. This here might be real risky.
Yeah. So, like, either like wait until she shoots and then go in, like you
hmm
said, or like
hmm
you could maybe do like a tight jiggle peek and maybe bait it if you had to. If you went
Yeah,
in Val.
yeah, yeah. I think you can try in Valkyrie. In Valkyrie, I think it's possible because of the how fast you move. Yeah, I think definitely. So you want what are we doing with this? Yeah, we're making sure enemy. So let's say bait an enemy to do something, rotate. Yeah, this is the idea with the movement here. We trying to just make sure they make a commitment, I guess, and then it's easier for you to make a rotation to go towards another place. Even there, it's always easier. You know, it's gonna be easier for you to go on the angle if there's no widow shot, like isn't there?
But was that off angle good because it was in the spot to bait something?
You talking the left side here? This
Yeah,
game? Yeah, I
one
think this is
it
good.
was in a spot.
Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, you contributing to the kill zone too. So you kind of stay here. I don't
Yeah.
think you have to fly though. Maybe like you could just still play over here. There's no reason for you to fly in. It's a really open sight line, and you actually flew in into the ultimate too. So you're getting damaged, and there's a high chance you die. There's no reason, but yeah, that was a good angle. I think you could probably stay there a little bit longer. All right. We got on the right side helping the cast. Sure.
Do you reckon if I had survivability on Tracer and like practiced Widow's shot, like going after she shoots or as soon as she's shot, like when you hear that noise, you go right away. That will help me like repositions when I have Tracers and Widows. Like for
Yeah, of
example, if I have a Tracer on me,
course.
if I time it, if I have a Tracer and I like use cover and maybe time it
Mhm.
so I don't go until that Widow's shot at least one bullet and then go, that will help me not die to Widow, and then it will
Yeah.
help me uh well, it won't help me with Tracer, it'll help me with Widow. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so with
what's
Tracer, I might be to just use verticality. Well, try to.
Yeah, exactly. And again, as I mentioned, with tracers, just watch if they commit the resources too. It's just their blinks, their recall. If they don't have it, then you can try. You can try to go. You can try to go. Mm. A small Yeah, I think so. This idea of also baiting an enemy to go on you like with the Raz, it's like pretty difficult tag, but you can read the field, see, okay, maybe enemy makes a commitment towards this side, I can fly towards another side, and then even though they commit, they try to punish me, like Tracer goes back, maybe you still can play around the cover, dance around the cover, and then you can Raz. Yeah, the good mercies, they usually usually able to do that this way. They bait out the enemy while resing even. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna write down the raz bait, and here I think it was fine. The left side angle. Left side angle is alright. You know the widow's on the right side. You can definitely pay attention to cast a little bit more. It seems you don't want to go back to Chunka Queen. There's no reason. Because Cass is like actively dueling the widow, and you can already see the trail of the widow and hear the trail. So see, just the awareness here. Yeah, you pay too much attention to this. You can maybe I'm thinking to just practice the awareness, doing something like trying to scout where the sweats are. Just predicting, anticipating where the sweats are also good. So you kind of just look at the strats of the map, yeah, like look at strats, and then predict their position. Like think where they are, because this way, you can place your beam correctly. Like here, I don't think it's like way too incorrect. Yeah, I could also say, well, you need to actively look around, but it's also you anticipating really if you cannot see anybody here, where do you expect sweats to be? Yeah, where do you expect people to be? Well, Tracer, you typically expect her flanking, so she might be over there, maybe she might go all the way here. Widow, yeah, where you expect the Widow to be? Along sightline somewhere on the map where they're able to apply pressure from far, so you typically expect her maybe on this map. It can be around here, maybe under the bridge as well, but this sightline is a little bit better. So I want you to try to do this too. Look at strats, think where they are, and then position accordingly. Yeah, like adjust accordingly. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
mhm,
is an awareness thing like if they shoot, that's like one indicator because it has a red line. It's
of
kind of like,
course,
oh, they're there.
it's more reactionary there. Awareness,
Mm-hmm.
like good awareness is about anticipating and predicting what the enemies might do instead of reacting. So this is gonna be even better if you can already know that the guys are over there, because first you can't see anybody here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hear anybody on the left side, so everybody's there. So your attention should be on the Cassidy more. If your attention is the Cassidy more, Cassidy survives. Yeah, because your beam is not on Junker Queen like it's been before. So you've been like right at this moment, all this moments. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not good. You heal up the Cassidy more, and then you support. Yeah, you support the skill zone more. So yeah, it's about being like about top tier mercy, right? And see now you trying to raz Kiri using Suzuno, so you survive, and everybody dies one by one, kind of, because they win more and more space because Cassidy's dead. Yeah, there's nobody to pressure the Widow, maybe, or pressure the Tracer. Does all of it make sense, or any
Yeah.
questions? Yeah.
Well, like I did have my beam on him.
Hmm?
Like I got him to full HP and then he got headshot, right?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. You need to have the beam sooner, because
Uh-huh.
you expect like this. So I can go back. Can go back there. So you need your beam the entire time in the cast, not on the Junker Queen. So it's been
Mhm.
so now, yeah, there's no reason. Your beam should be already be here, because you could also hear the not only here. It's about anticipating. The first shot's been there already, like the first shot. So it's if you're talking about reaction, your switching beam should be going right here, right away, at least towards this
Okay.
angle, and which you did. But then there's no reason to give it up then if you hear the widow is there. You hear the sets
Okay.
over there. Uh, but it's not even about that, as I mentioned. It's about anticipating. Nobody's here. Everybody is there. You can anticipate that. So it's
I
yeah.
feel like if I knew that though about the anticipating, I would have like it would have helped obviously probably
Mhm.
win the like not die at the start of the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's not about even just killing up your Cassidy, making sure they're full HP, but it's also about just being more scary in this angle. You support the Cassidy, he shoots them back, they're not able to go in and take space properly. And because they're not able to take space, your Cassidy can take more space. So your Cassidy is not giving up the angle. If your Cassidy is not giving up the angle, then you win here in the kill zone more. It's just step by
Yeah.
step. Eventually, yes, they did hotshot him. He can heal up the hotshot, but it's all about just putting more pressure towards the stuff where which matters, yeah, towards the angle which matters. So you force out more resources and win more space at the end. Maybe your teammate still dies, but it doesn't really matter. You just all
Uh-huh.
about trading resources. If you get better cooldown trade at the end, then you'll be fine. Yeah, so here we okay. Soldier is being more active here. It's alright, I think. Yeah, well, it's the last fight, a little bit chaotic, happens. Yeah, the fights before, I think we said a few things,
Unwinnable.
just awareness. Well, it could be. Yeah, it could make the difference, I think. Why not? Could be possible. Okay. So what's... Oh, they still gonna have the same comp here? Yeah. Tracer, Widow. Okay, yo, Kiri
Two
dies.
choices on me.
That's fine. You just need to be reacting later in a proper way. So you make them use even more resources. I'm thinking, yeah, this is really risky where you're going. Like if you consider the strats, okay, if I know the widow is there and the tracer is over here, where should you go?
Like there. The stairs.
The stairs, yeah, the left side, exactly. Yeah, we need to cut off those threats. We need to make them commit and then go after you even deeper. Maybe make them chase you, but it's still happening in the kill zone area. It's still gonna be happening in this scary, scary
I
spot.
just thought that the tracer would have just double winged to the stairs and one clip to me though.
Wow, one clip is not easy. Let's put it this way. If you do, because I could say the similar reasoning can be about here. Yeah, what's stopping her to one clip you now, right? Just go on one
HP.
clip. Yeah, just one clip. It's not as
I
easy.
guess.
Well, so it's just about because you here, yeah, you're putting yourself under more risk because there's more potential for you to die from this angle, the long range, and also you're putting yourself on risk here. But you wanna spread those resources a little more into the space where your team is active. So the attention goes to you, yeah, you're on off angle, but because the attention goes to you, your team can do more. You don't want to be doing this, going back towards your core and make it easy for the enemy to send resources. Because here the Tracer can punish you and all of this, or Widow can headshot all of this three. But if you here, shit, they'll have to choose. If they go on you, you J again. How to live through the pressure whenever the Tracer goes on you? Well, you need to play cover. You need to move. It's AD crouching, you're also the not AD crouching, AD strafing. It's also crouching, the way you move, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, here that's why you die. You just put yourself under
Uh-huh.
unnecessary risk. There's no reason. The big part of it is awareness, as I mentioned. Like you need to look at the strats, think where they are, anticipate. Don't get surprised by it. You don't never use a mercy. You have all your time in the world to scout the strats and predict where they might be. Tracers usually flank. Yeah? So I expect the tracer to be over there or maybe over here. Widow, I expect to be here. So how do I position? Okay, I can right away even start on the stairs because of it and take an angle here. This is also fine if you want to support this deeper aggression, but then be ready to fly in here, so you don't get surprised and panic. Go away. Yeah, it should be planned. All of this should be planned. Like your plan will be then my the enemy tracer goes on me, and then I fly away in a proper spot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You
So if
see,
a chases on me there, do I fly away before when she's like starts shooting, or do I wait until
yeah.
she shoots? Like,
Yeah, your biggest trigger is your HP. If you see your HP is going down towards the half, it's a pretty good trigger for you to start giving up space. Here, though, you can do more movement against her. So see, like here you need, if it's intentional, you do the D straves against her, making it harder for her to aim. You also
and I
need,
crouch.
yeah, you also need to do crouch. Then you can live longer. Yeah, you can live
Well,
longer.
crouch spam mean or crouch? Because I just crouch sometimes. I don't spam it.
It's spam or just crouch. It's not about that. It's just about the idea was the movement. Okay, and let's put it this way. So yeah, movement. I'm gonna write it down in a summary. A movement is all about throwing off the enemy's aim and making sure you. So that there are two ideas. I'm thinking for you as a mercy reader, what's important because you're not shooting back characters most of the time. You will be dodging most of the time. What dodging is all about is prioritizing movement so you survive. There's kind of sort of a scale in any FPS game. You can think about on one side there's a strafing, there's just simple strafes, and on one side there's a let's call it another side. It's called dodging. You can dodge. Strafing is about less movement. So there's less movement, but more shooting, more damage, applying pressure. So you can AD spam, let's say maybe you playing something like Soldier, you're playing Cassidy, you're playing Tracer, yeah, you still do the movement, but your priority is damage. Your priority is to do something on the scale here, yeah? And dodging is all about movement, so it's more about movement. You're trying to dodge stuff. Maybe you've seen some of the clips from the front where he's like running like crazy left and right, and then he's dodging. Yeah, he's dodging stuff. I have some saved if you like to watch as well, but yeah,
Yeah,
th- you wanna watch those?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah, yeah.
be quite
Something.
big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will show you what I mean. So, for example, yeah, it's typically on the characters with movement. It's quite good to showcase. Let me see. Yeah, maybe this one here. Okay, so I'm gonna find the soldier one. Soldier movement, taking
Oh yeah, I had a
angles.
question as
Uh huh.
well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in our region, like where we are, because I'm not like NA.
Mm.
When we play top 500's Diamond 2,
Hmm.
and I'm in Diamond 5. Well, I was in Diamond 5, but what is it called? I was getting longer queue time, so I wasn't sure if I should play on 80 ping on NA.
80p on an a. I don't.
Because
Huh? Yeah.
only because sometimes queues are like 20 minutes, and like that's probably because top 500 in our
Mhm.
region is Diamond 2 as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I. I think if you're playing on 80 ping on other server, I think it's fine as long as you stay in less than 100. So it's like around 100 is fine. I think
Mhm.
100 ping, maybe even 110, 20. It's fine. Usually it's fine, and you can definitely play. Yeah, if you get better queues there, sure, why not? The ping shouldn't affect like at this scale shouldn't affect you as much. If your ping is
Yeah,
around 150, maybe more, then I think
you wouldn't.
you probably don't want to play there. Again, it's more about the characters where you have to shoot quite a lot, you have to aim quite a
Yeah,
lot. With more of a movement characters like Mercy, where you have to dodge stuff, you have to bait an enemy. Yeah, I think you can get away with this, but still, yeah, around 100 ping is preferable. Okay, yeah, to showcase, yeah, any timestamp can do. So I got this. Let's see. For example, oh, this is pretty loud. Okay, so for example, here again, I talked about strafing. Yeah, strafing is just normal movement. You go left and right and shoot. Dodging is about prioritizing movement and it's about less damage. So we'll see here. Maybe at the start, what the front might do, yeah, it's just typical movement. They just shooting, they do left and go right. Yeah, maybe try to just strafe a little. This is an ultimate, right? So it's auto aim, but still, it's still gonna be the same thing, even though there's just simple shooting. But later, when you will see there's a lot of pressure. So see now, for example, Diva goes after him, and Genji dashes in. Oh no, actually, yeah, just Diva goes after him, and there's a big pressure potential. Then he just starts running away. Yeah, he's prioritizing movement here, and you'll see here also he starts running left and right, dodging. So this is dodging again. I'm prioritizing movement instead of shooting. You still can shoot, especially when you're in old form. But see what he does. He's going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, dodging. Yeah, this is what it's called.
okay.
It's prioritizing movement over damaging. Yeah, we need to constantly do this when you're in situations under pressure. So basically, this is what you need to do now. Well, most of the time you'll be dodging as Mercy because you're not shooting back anyway. There might be situations where you need to use a pistol, like maybe your teammates can get a kill on something, but it's really easy for you. Then sure. But now you're not. There's no intention with dodging. Yeah, you're probably getting surprised because the tracer is going on you, isn't it? Yeah, that's why. That's why it's not exactly like intentional dodging. You just kind of stay. You do a little bit of a de-strafe. Um, yeah, so it's like a little, and then you fly away, but this is the wrong spot. You need to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So how can I use movement? Because I can't press shift and sprint really fast. So how would I use
oh
like,
yeah, for specific, so it's a strafe. Well, you need to with movement, you need to throw off the enemy's aim. Yeah, so you need a strafe more. It's just like natural. Another thing you can do is you can try to crouch, but you don't just crouch spam or crouch at random moment. You need to crouch when you expect big burst. So like now, you see the Tracer's attacking you. When do you expect the big burst from her? What that exactly situation looks like? Yeah. For example, here, if the Tracer does this, right? i- she might is she gonna do a lot of bursts potentially here?
yeah?
Yeah. So this is where you can start to crouch also, and you can try to throw off your aim. She still misses there though. But you see, you can solve the aim in two dimensions. You're moving left and right, but also
And
you
then add
can.
a crouch in every now and again to throw it off even more, basically.
Yeah. So it's just during this moment. So when you expect big burst, it can be maybe There is no way, let's say, no way you hide from Widowmakers, and she's aiming at you. At the right time, if you time it properly, you press crouch and dodge. You might see in a lot of clips this way, people troll around and they just try to press crouch, and this way they dodge. They dodge stuff, they dodge the bullets. But it's because they time it well, they just, well, anticipating first when the enemy is doing the shot, because they anticipate this big burst, they solve the aim, and yeah, it's possible for you to survive this way. So you can do similar thing here. There's a big burst, you expect it, it's an expected burst. You press crouch and you can live. Yeah, you can live. This is how I would do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just needed to do it here, move at the right spot, for example, and it will be good. Racer still dies though, but so I'm gonna write down crouch when you expect big burst, big burst potential. Okay, do you have any questions so far, or everything's
Oh,
clear?
that's simple. That's good.
Okay, okay, yeah, let's keep going. Okay, let's put in the Genji. We wanna, yeah, I wanna help him out more. It's
I wanted to. I thought my GA would go through the wall, but it didn't.
yeah,
So I went to try to help him around here the corner, and then I would have
yeah.
died. So only because it was.
Well, yeah, you use GA there, so you don't have it anymore, right? So it's just kind of stay, and then a fly. Yeah, well, happens. Okay, it's alright. You guys can try to retake later. The first fight is always kind of sets the tempo on those maps. It's quite important what you do during the first fights. If you win the first fight, then there's a high chance on something like King of the Hill. You win the second one, and then you get
Yeah, but
ultimates. Yeah, you get ults for the third fight, and you win that too. So like now, this is exactly the situation. You lost 2 fights in a row. Now they got ultimates, so there's a high chance you might lose this one. They're still getting picked quite a lot, so it's actually winnable now for you. There's no reason for them to push really hard. See, this is really risky. You want to be careful. You're staying in the Widow
yeah.
sideline again. Where should he go? You're supporting this Doomfist. Right, where should he be?
On that little ice pillar thing.
Yeah. Well, you can, yeah, you can basically go on this side. Yeah, you can go here. Maybe Widow does the shot, and then you can fly towards another angle if you like. But you don't want to fly now because this is where you die against the good
You would wait
Widows.
until she shot before you fly over there if you had to.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We wanna wait for the shot. Yeah, here. I mean, you're trying to support the Doomfist anyway, and remember the idea was GA too. We flying towards the cover as much as possible. So
Yeah,
if I'm here, I'm flying not towards the Doomfist. I'm flying towards the cover, and you considering threats. Yeah, you're really trying to
yeah.
anticipate where the threats is. Okay, and then you position correctly. That's fine. Okay. How the Genji, he's more active. Maybe get the Tracer. Yeah, this is fine. I don't think there's gonna be anything else,
I
like,
think
in
I would
terms
have
of...
won the game if I knew the two things, I feel like, because
Yeah.
the only reason I died was for the two reasons,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which was either Widow or Tracer.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only two reasons. I feel like that's the only reason we lost. I don't think we lost because um of another reason, because I feel like each game, like each round was winnable. Like this round was winnable. Like we cut point, we probably
Hmm.
could have won. Like if I didn't make a mistake, but I think I make another mistake. which is to
Yeah.
do with the thing we talked about.
Yeah. I definitely think those fights, yeah, maybe you change your decision making there. Definitely, you make them use those cooldowns, also anticipate the threats. Will be will be much better. Okay, what do you want to do next? You want to look at the Lucio or
So I practiced Brig, um, with the bash and the what is it? Bash and Whiplash. The only thing is, my Inspire uptime is like, I think it sits around like 38%.
Hmm, okay.
Um, but that's because I'm very aggressive at Brig, and I'm always like not really like I kind of watched the video. The Brig, so you kind of use your Whiplash to knock enemies away, and then like bash away when someone's like to bait them into your kill zone.
Oh, so you saying you watched my video? Yeah, there was a break video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is good. Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like the only thing is I feel like I can't bait them into the kill zone. So like so what I tried to do,
Hmm?
I started like making my health go to half and then bashing away and then
Hmm.
hoping they would follow me, and that didn't really work. So I found that like baiting them to
Hmm.
chase me was basically impossible, even if I took aggressive angles and stuff.
Interesting.
So
You
that was really that would be the only thing I would look at on break. And then Lucio, like since that's going well, I would
hmm.
say there would be like, how about we have a quick skim over Lucio, like just you have a look,
Yeah,
and then
sure,
we can
sure. I
decide
mean,
if you
it's your
do break.
priority. You want to do Brig more or Lucio? We can prioritize.
Um, I want to do both.
Sure, we
Uh,
can briefly. Yeah, well, we have time. We're just not gonna do any game today. We're just gonna do
yeah,
yeah, it's just SWOT reviews then. Okay. Yeah, sure,
we'll
fine.
start with Lucio because I think like to get in understand Lucio will be quick, and then break that will probably take a bit longer, unless there's some mistake on Lucio that needs to be fixed.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Let's take a look. So the code. Yeah, it's the last one. The last one you sent me.
um, the one, no, it will be the one. Uh, this is I don't know. I think this was when I polished the concept. I think I remember kinda. This was a week ago, so I'm not sure. I think it was when I was doing it better at least. I might be a little bit better at it now than that replay you're about
Hmm.
to watch, I think. But oh no, actually no. Okay, I want to say I lost this game for one reason. I
Okay.
want to say I lost the game because I trolled, because we were winning like really easy, like with the concepts, and like I kind of just trolled with my beat. So like it was overtime, and I kind of just
Oh.
like I beat it, and then they capped point, and then they rolled us. But I don't think that's why we lost, because I should have been able to do more pressure when they cap point to
Mhm.
the next. Like so, for example, they capped to the second point, right?
Yep.
And it was overtime, and I beat it. And then after that, we kind of got rolled all the way to the end of the map. So I don't want to say like lost the game because I beat it, but like um yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Okay. So you wanna look at this one then?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, sure. We can
it
do that.
won't. I think it'll be quick.
Okay. Yeah. Well, interesting choice. I think the Lucio is gonna be tough here. Yeah. What was your reasoning to play Lucio initially?
Um, I wanted to be good to one trick him on days I felt like one
Oh,
tricking him, and then
yeah. It's just for the purpose of practice. It's just been kind of one tricking him those days. Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is alright. Yeah. Still worth saying. Worth saying that it's pretty difficult situation for you. You got the long range map and the poke comp here, the long range comp. It's just difficult for you to look for any situations to spit in, spit out, I guess. Yes, nobody's really needed unless you do it for rotation. But yeah, so here I think it's gonna be more selfish style Lucio where you just need to go and do your own things a little bit more and those boop, yeah, this boop idea, what do you do with that? I think it's gonna be quite important. The speed boost. Yeah, let's look into what we talked about before. Was mainly about the boop. Okay, the initial brush is fine. The speed boost to just rotate because you got an advantage. I think it can work. Yeah, this is decent. Okay. Pressure, boop somebody in the kill zone. Why not? It was a Moira. Try to move them away from cover though, and be more precise. So see,
Yeah.
I want you to try to be more patient as well, because sometimes there's been points of time where uh, before in our replays as well, we been rushing the boop. You know, see this, yeah, you kind of just try to go and use it, but try to
Mhm.
be more precise. I think it's
I did. I think this was a week well, I think this was only on the same day I was practicing the boop thing.
yeah, right. Let me see. I'm thinking the same idea as we talked about on the Mercy. This idea of looking at the strats and playing around cooldowns can be quite helpful. Look at the enemy comp and think, what are the big cooldowns you can disable potentially? What's your thoughts?
Ram punch, maybe.
Yeah, Ram Punch. This is
Um,
one. Okay, so it's
maybe
Ram,
Ash Dynamite.
Ash Dynamite. Ooh, well, it could be if you get closer to the Ash, I think. You can maybe displace her a little, so it's hard for her to dynamite. Might be tough though on this map, but sure. Maybe dynamite can be one of those. I think it might be even easier for you to displace something like Kaz because he's gonna be at the short range. So it's gonna be displacing him to punish his role. Also punish once he used the nade, his E. This is something you can take advantage of. You can even punish the rest too. By the way, I think.
So
Mhm.
basically, until you get like, so you can basically think about like, so like, oh, maybe not actually, but
Mhm.
like, you can like, is this work like? So are you kind of actively trying to bait cooldowns like a Mercy in a way
Mhm.
on Lucio, or is it only like, for example, are you actually trying to like bait cooldowns like regardless if they're close range or long range, or
Mm.
like only on certain times?
You sorry, can you repeat that again?
Are
Just
you only trying to are you trying to bait cooldowns actively like Mercy
oh
in
yes.
long
Okay, yeah,
range
I get
and
it now.
close?
Yeah, yeah, you're still gonna be doing things with your position. You still will be forcing out an enemy to do something towards you because your position in proactive way. Yeah, let's put it this way: you, as a Lucio wall ride somewhere, you try to actively apply damage. You remember finding Astro's clip, the one we watched with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been baiting a lot of the attention towards him, and then because there's attention, and then his team can do more. Well, he diverts the attention. That's quite nice. And you keep an eye. It's just the idea is you keep an eye on those cooldowns, and if there's something what your team yeah, what your team is afraid of, they're scared about, like those cooldowns, you can disable those. You can potentially deny those. This is one side, yeah. So you can kind of, I'm gonna write down this. Let's say, yeah, deny enemy CDs, deny enemy CDs. This is one perspective. Another perspective is you can enable your CDs. You can think about what CDs your teams want to use, what kind of cooldowns your teams want to use, and enable those more. Look at your com. What do you think are three biggest cooldowns you can enable?
Hanzo, Torby.
Corby, Hanzo Zero. It can be the Rock, Raz as well. I think Raz is really valuable, actually. Like Raz is really, really valuable. Something to think about because now you will be using Boop as intention. Let's say I'm at this moment where I'm thinking, okay, what to do with the boop? Yeah. Now it's sort of reasonable. You see the punch in Ramatra, you try to just make it easier for the sick to survive. You try to just boop him away. This is fine. But then later, yeah, maybe something happens to my mercy. Maybe I know, oh, my mercy will probably will try to res, or maybe my torp, like you said, he's using his E. I can help him out too. But see, this mercy res, maybe I can quickly apply pressure on the enemy and potentially, well, I think she's gonna die pretty fast, but it's just kind of
Yeah.
silly idea. Yeah, I'm trying to enable this too in the long run. For now, I think running away is reasonable. Maybe shoot a little bit more though. Just make them kind of chase you a little, like in this doorway. You shoot. They go after you, then you run away. Will be better. So your Mercy maybe can survive longer. Maybe she reses, but yeah, this is something you can think about. Just even now, yeah. What can enable? What I can disable? And
I tried to do the boop in, but then she like I was
yeah.
more patient, but then
Yeah,
she
and you
kind
see
of.
this turns out okay now. You be more patient and you think, okay, I can enable again. It's a big burst typically. You enable your cooldowns. So I'm gonna write down. Yeah, it's like a CC big burst. Yeah, it's all. This is the priority, I think. Whatever does this
So
big
they have
land.
an echo, or
Hmm?
but they have like a soldier and a bastion. I tried to boop the bastion in,
You can try.
prioritize booping him in, right? If he like walks up
Yeah, you can try. Well,
first.
depending on the situation, yeah. It's either you make it easier for your team to kill him, maybe make it harder for him. You can just throw him out sometimes. But yeah, typically it's this. So see, now maybe use your burp on this Moira. She gets in the Hansa sightlines. The Hansa's arrow, just normal arrow, is a big burst. This is something you can enable. Hansa kills this Moira. And there was
He
our,
does.
our big idea was whoop into the kill zone. So you're doing it already.
Mm,
Yeah, you can be more specific too. You can always
mhm.
know what kind of cooldowns you're trying to enable on your team and what cooldowns you're trying to disable on the enemy. So it's
So
more
like Torb
direct.
E, I
Yep.
could like I could like see where my Torb and Hanzo are, or anyone that has big burst, and beep into them, and they just insta kill them,
Yeah, sure. It can be this. Yeah.
or into the kill zone, but then they will kill them.
Right. Right. Exactly. We just be more direct with this. It's just uh, it's easier for you to think about what. Not easier, but yeah, more specific. Right, now you have to run away. Might be tough to stall, but it's okay. I think it's okay to try. Yeah, so this boob is fine. So see, you potentially see
Mm.
there's a torp turret. Maybe you can help out the Sigma to use the rock to on this guy. Now he uses roll, and this does force out the Mercy. Eventually, the Mercy's Valkyrie. She's kind of scared about the gas. Well, this is a part of the reason. The Cassidy was part of the reason why she uses her Valkyrie. And this is what you're looking for. Little plays just like that. It can have this big effect on the entire fight. Maybe a torp also. It will be easier for him to ult the cast, which actually, yeah, he did ult him eventually because of this little thing. So you have high chances of winning. Yeah, you get the cast, ulting cast.
Do you notice how my sightlines in the kill zone, how much closer they are now? Like I'm not across the
Yeah,
map now.
it's closer, definitely. Yeah, it's not, but not that far here. So I think it's good. I mean, it's gonna be tough too. You don't you can as I said, you can be further. You just you need to be in line of sight of what your team is doing. That's why it depends, and it highly depends on the range and their cooldowns. With your comp, it's actually possible to be further away, but you need to really keep an eye on keep an eye on your teammates where they are. If you, on the other hand, maybe have some sort of brawl comp, maybe really short range comp, then there will be no reason for you to be far because nobody can do anything. Yeah, like if you're really far away from your Ryan, for example, and May and Reaper, and you're trying to boop out stuff towards them where the effective range is really uh, shotgun range. It's not gonna be effective. Yeah, so.
I'm just stalling.
Yeah, stone there. Okay. Yeah, again, even at this moment, still think about what I'm trying to enable, disable. Um,
Mm.
the part of it can be this dragon, for example. It's something to look for as well. Yeah, when I
Yeah,
was
that's
saying.
what I did. I think I definitely did it some part in the game. I booped like two of them into the dragon and we killed them. That was
Yeah,
later, I think.
exactly, exactly. And see, like, I want you to be consistent, and it's not reactionary, but anticipate things. Yeah, you can always know, you can always see your ultimates. You can always see, yeah, well, not always see, but you can predict the enemy's ultimates as well. And because you
Yeah.
know that information, you can boop accordingly. Yeah, you can also do it on the mercy to position accordingly, so it's more intentional. Remember that there was an example with the one I showed you a couple of times with the Skisti where they bait in the attention of the Genji and then Genji uses blade on them, then they run away. So similar thing here. I can think about the ultimates on my team and then try to boop towards them. Yeah, for example, enable Hans's ultimate. What that means is if you boop this more into the ultimate, she instantly gonna use fade. There's no way she stays, and this is already a better trade. Boop for one fade is definitely good. Maybe boop the Ramatra he uses his uh form.
Mhm.
This is also good. So you're not just reacting. You're gonna be anticipating it.
So the big goal on Lucio is to look at my big burst on my team, and
Mm-hmm.
if they're like close range, look at the big burst on my team and boop near, like in their LOS or near them, so they can kill them rather than just booping into
Yeah.
the kill zone randomly.
Yeah, yeah. I would say there's just boop them on a range where your team can do something. Yeah, range and the line of sight and you good. Is near them? It's like it depends because near them it's only if you got short range team. Yes, then near them matters. If not, you got the long range com. Does make sense too. So exactly
So
near. Yeah.
if I have the long range comp, can I be further away? Because
Yes.
I probably not
Yes, as I
to push
mentioned.
up
Yeah.
close, so that I can just, even if they're like a distance away, I can still beat them out of cover, and that might give it like my team an opportunity to shoot them and get a kill and just repeat. And then when they get closer, I can then use the only thing is that like you said, the long
Mhm,
range. The only thing is gonna be, I kinda, if I'm doing that, I can't really go back and peel really quick. So like
mhm,
obviously, like I wouldn't do it in mid fight, like because you saw it. It's good in the mid fight and stuff, but maybe like earlier. It depends. Is it worth going? It
uh-huh.
depends because I won't be able to heal my team if I'm like all the way like far away.
Mm, yeah, well, the thing is, in the early phases, because you don't need to heal your team anyway, you will be further away with the long range combat. It's fine. You can just make sure you get back later. You're possible to get back later if needed. But yeah, you can play further away just to the for the sake of set up the group to get somebody in your team's line of sight. They're full HP anyway, so you make it easier for them to get a kill and later you can potentially move towards them. Yeah, you know you don't need to stay with a lot of times with your poke members. Most of the time is the Lucio. If you choose to play a Lucio here, that's why it's like tough sometimes. As a Lucio with the poke com, sniper comms, you will be going on solo missions a lot. If you want to one trick him, you just will be. It's either bullying solo targets like going on isolated widows, going on isolated ash players. This is one option. Second option, you just get the boop, yeah, the set up the boop on your lone team sidelines, and is really the last thing. You go back to your team and heal them up. Yeah, most of your time you will not do that. With
Mhm.
with the poke comp. Well, at least with those kind of variations, there are definitely variations where I think it's useful to speed in, speed out, and yeah, as I mentioned, it's okay. When you do the rotations, maybe you taxi somebody as well. You can do that,
So
right?
if I have like an Ash and a Sigma and a Mercy, I can kind of just go on solo missions then, right? Because that's poke.
Sort of. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the situation mostly. Yeah. Let's put it this way. Yeah, but every situation is different. So.
And then
But
when it's like closer to the like when they're full fighting, I'll be closer, like closer, so I can get like more boops in closer.
And the situation, yeah, if you get closer comp, yeah, like you're saying, a brawl comp, then yes, you will be playing closer. Yeah. Exactly. You don't need to be that far. There's no reason, right? You enabling your team with the boop. You also will make more sense to enable them more with the speed boost if you have these brawl teams, so you can speed in, speed out more. So yeah, yep. Does it answer the question or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have some time. I'm thinking, you want to continue with this or want to look at the brig? I think it's
Just have a quick fast forward, maybe on like 2 speed, and just have a look. You don't have to watch the whole thing.
yeah.
Like
What?
you said, it's better, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, anything specific you want to look for? I mean, this so far it seems the big
Yeah,
takeaway
probably
is
this
cooldowns.
part. It's you can have it on fast speed. Like this is the part where you like win. See how big the risks are in.
Yeah.
Like we were winning this really easily, and I feel like I still did like the concepts. I tried to boop her in, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you guys gonna spawn camp
to go
there.
for a boop,
Yeah, this is okay.
put it
So
in the
see, this is what I'm
open.
saying. You find isolated targets, kind of solo mission there in a way. So isolated target to get a kill. Now you either again do the same thing, isolate a target, or try to just make it easier for your long range poke do things. And this way again, being useful like towards the dragon, maybe set it up. Again, anticipate and hear that this is going on. I think it's gonna be useful. Yeah, I just want to see the intentions here, how you can help this out. So you can boop the enemies in, you gonna get the boop in 2 seconds. Yeah, maybe you can prolong just somebody staying in this dragon longer. Yeah, maybe boop them back in, so your positioning will change. After you get the cast, yeah, you would be where? Well, probably around here-ish, kinda. Yeah,
Mhm.
you'll be wall riding over here. Not here, not here though, because you need to enable big stuff. Yeah, enable big stuff on your team, disable big stuff on the enemy, and you good.
Right here, I sit here because I know that if Arista has no fortify, he'll walk in.
Hmm?
I would boop him, but then they ulted, which is fine. So I was going to speed my team out, which makes sense.
No. I guess it makes sense. Just avoid up on sidelines. You
Mhm.
don't wanna stay here for too long. Just spit in and commit. You kind of spit
Mhm.
in and stay. Spit in, commit, stay. Later, around the cover, you can poke. Set up the boop. Uh, avoid the open. It gets you back to the previous thing which I mentioned
Oh,
about
Mercy, yeah.
anticipating the threats. Yeah, same stuff. I think. So you don't die to the threats. You don't die to the one shots. You need to.
So you do,
Hmm?
yeah. So go back like 5 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Player, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
Let
Like
me see.
here, look, where pause,
Yeah.
or where I was on the wall, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, That's kind of the distance I go from my kill zone, and then I can boot them in really easy. That's kind of like that
Hmm?
distance I'm going in most of my fights. And I was wondering, is
I
that
mean, this is okay.
like obviously I was way too fast, so like this coming a long way
Hmm.
and like stuff. So I was wondering, like this is would if this was a fight and they were on the road, this would
Hmm?
be a good spot, right? Because I'm close-ish and I can boot
Yeah, I
and
think
I can
it's
just
good
like.
enough. Yeah, I don't think there's a better spot. Well, at least at this side of the map, there's no other better spot. This is really good, and you
Mm.
can also use this here if you like later. But yeah, there's no other spot you can use really. I think this is decent
But no
one.
one was there, so I just went back to my team.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. You can kind of stay on the, as I mentioned, like this balcony, the angle here, and then look for the boop from there. Just quickly go from here to here, set up the boop. Yeah. So I wouldn't even stay on the ground here. Yeah, just keep playing around the balcony and commit depending on the side. The enemy goes here, then I can always commit and drop this way, boop this way. If I here see the Rissa, I can drop this way, and yeah, go after.